All right, and welcome to the sixth episode of Behind the Fleet. And today we have DJ Stan the Man here with us. Stan, go ahead and tell these people a little bit about who you are.
Well, welcome. So, I'm DJ Stan, the man, the assistant state manager of the Tennessee Fleet DJs. I'm almost at my first year in that position. Um, and I was born in Florida, raised in New Jersey, uh, live in Tennessee now.
Okay.
Um, Started my DJ interest. I shouldn't say I started DJ. My DJ interest started in 1990
Okay.
at a local skating rink in Florida. It was called Skate Skate Zone was the original name, and then it became Skate Way when I feel like I actually became someone who they considered a DJ at the skating rink because I was a floor guard. Uh,
Ooh.
and then from the floor guard, I got luckily moved into the DJ spot because the owner of the skating rink and his nephew and his aunt, they kind of wiggled me in there because they needed help because they were pretty busy. It was the only skating rink in the city down there in Sebring, Sebring, Florida. So uh, I became a skating rink rat. I was always there. I used to skate to the skating rink, skate to school, skate to band practice. You named it, I did it on skates. The whole city knew me. My dad used to laugh at me because people were like, I seen your son skating down the street. He didn't even have a helmet on. You know that's not safe.
Well, listen, we
So
got a lot in common. Of course, I'm in the Tennessee division as well of Fleet, so we have worked very closely together. But I'm from Greenville, Tennessee, which isn't far from where you are. And the only thing that we had was a skating rink. So when I say every weekend, it was go to the skating rink when we grew up.
yeah,
So
that was the club back in the day. That was the club, the
it
skating rink.
definitely was. So
Yeah.
talk a little bit about how old you were at that time when you first got into DJing.
I want to say, see, I gotta make me do math. I didn't know I was gonna have to do math. Uh,
Were
let's
you a
see.
teenager? Because that's a good eye. I mean,
Yes, I was a teenager. I was a teenager. I was in ninth grade
okay,
when
okay.
I kind of my interest started going. So that was what 13, 14, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Um, and that's really where it all started because I was a band geek. So I was the only two things I did my whole teenage life was skating rink and band practice.
Okay. So you have like a allegiance to the music from
Yeah, yeah,
understanding how it's played to how to be
yeah,
able to use it to move a crowd too. So that's awesome.
yeah.
So when did you bump into Fleet? Like when did that become a part of your journey?
So after I want to say, still doing math again. I want to say I was around 2021 when I was convinced it was a good idea to leave Florida to go to Tennessee, and my speed skating coaches, who were also the owners of the skating rink, they moved to Tennessee and took over Skate Town, USA. And they convinced me, since I didn't really have anything going on, that it was a good idea to move to Tennessee. I had a current girlfriend at the time, and they're like, "Yeah, y'all should come up here. It's beautiful here. You can DJ here. There's 3 skating rinks in the area. You might be able to get one of them. You would have one. My wife would have one. I would have one. They had it all planned out." And I was like, "Okay, I ain't doing nothing else. Might as well try it out and see what happens." And that's how I got to Tennessee, working for as a DJ at Skate Town, USA.
Okay. Is that where you met someone from Fleet, or did Fleet come later on in your journey?
Okay, yes, it did. So I got here, started doing that, and then fast forward, that was in 1998. Fast forward to about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was at a charity event. It was a Black Lives Matter event, and it just so happened that DJ Real Deal was a DJ at the event, and one of my personal friends that was DJing there, DJ Patrick, he just happened to be they were using him to he was volunteering his equipment so that he could have music at the event. It wasn't a paid event. We were just all there volunteering our time. And I wasn't even supposed to be there. I only went because I seen on, I think it was Facebook, that DJ Patrick was there doing the event. So I was like, let me go down and support my boy and hang out and see what's going on, because they was doing it. They were doing a Black Lives Matter event. They were painting the road in front of one of the local schools there. Okay. So I got there and started hanging out, and timing's everything, I guess. And they needed Patrick had to go do another event that he was getting paid for, and they still had two more DJs that were supposed to perform. So Patrick's like, you wouldn't by any chance have any equipment, would you? And I was like, actually, I do. I have my whole sound system in the car. I did an event last night. He was like, man, it'd be awesome. You can help me out. They got another DJ coming. I'm going to leave this set up here. And I was like, hey, I got you. So I went ahead and set my setup up alongside his, so that the other DJs that was going to come up could have a sound system to play on. And while I did that, DJ Real Deal showed up, and he seen my setup, seen how I was doing. I played for a little while we were waiting on the other DJs to get there. And after that event was over, he came and talked to me and was like, hey, man, you ever heard of Fleet DJs? I know he started naming some DJs, and one of the other DJs he mentioned was DJ K Swift. I'm to this day a little disappointed in DJ K Swift, because he had never mentioned to me about the Fleet DJs, and apparently he had been in the Fleet DJs for a hot minute. So, yeah. So anyway, he mentioned it to me, and I thought about it, and it was about a week or two after that meeting that I actually went onto the website and decided I was going to give it a try. And 3 years later, I'm still here.
Wow. So yeah, we definitely got to get on DJ K Swift for never mentioning that to you, especially as prominent as he is. But I will have to say, I find it very unique that two of the key people that helped found the Tennessee Fleet DJs were actually two of the very people that were able to find you and bring you into the family and watch you on this journey to leadership within this organization as well. Talk a little bit about what it was like when you first came into Fleet. Like, how was your experience?
It was different, because I had never been a part of anything like this. So the closest thing I had that I can compare to this was being a skater on a skating rink team, where we all had similar interests and we all wanted to be the best at what we were doing, the fastest and all that. So and then the next best thing I got is bowling. I'm on a bowling league. So my team, we have to be there every week, every Monday and every Wednesday, to compete and do our thing. So it's definitely like a family, like a team. Everybody depends on each other to make things work. So that's what I have to compare it to. So, but this was the first organization that I felt like this is something cool that can add to what I already do, because I already, own a DJ company. So this was just something extra I can add to kind of, use the Fleet DJ and my company together to make my brand be a little bit bigger than what it already is.
You just keyed on something that a lot of people think, like, people come and join this organization and they do it just to be a part of Fleet, but they don't understand that Fleet is designed to be able to help you increase your business and brand, and not just what you can come in and do for Fleet. So kudos to you for being one of the individuals that understand that's how the process goes. Let's dive in a little bit to your journey to leadership, though. Like, what are some of the things that you did once you got into the organization that you felt helped you become the assistant Tennessee state manager?
So I think that got let in because literally I jumped in, and within the first few months after I came in, they had a conference. And before that conference even happened, I had already been on all, because we require you to be on at least 5 of our national Zoom calls where we have artists and different people, entrepreneurs, come in and be interviewed. And I pretty much, I would say for that first 6 months or so, I was on every single call that ever came out, I think. And so by doing that, it made myself more known to the members across the United States where Fleet is, So I was meeting people from California, Carolina, Missouri, New York, Jersey, all over Tennessee, of course. I was meeting all these different people, and whether I didn't meet them in person, I was meeting them like this on Zoom calls. Yeah. And so it was kind of like they already knew who I was before I even got to the conference. So I went to this conference, and a bunch of us guys from Tennessee rode together, and we rented a vehicle, and we all rode down together, and that was cool. Just meeting the other guys from other parts of the Tennessee, Knoxville, and Memphis, and Nashville, and just kind of like it was kind of like being, like I said, being on the speed team again. Meeting these members that we don't ever get to hang out in person a whole lot, but now we're taking an 8-hour trip and driving to Jacksonville, Florida for a conference. And at that conference, that's when I realized that this is probably something I really want to do, because even though I may seem to some people outgoing, I'm really to myself. I don't go nowhere and really do nothing. If it ain't having nothing to do with work, I'm really not there. Gotcha. But I've gotten better with the networking part, and I think when I got to Jacksonville and we're walking through the hotel lobby and people who I don't know decide, oh, Stan, that's Stan the Man, ain't it? What's up, Stan the Man? I'm like, well, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
So, man, that has to be a good feeling, though. It's family, even miles and miles apart, because we see each other so much. It feels like we know each other, even if it is the first time we've physically seen each other in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so talk a little about where you envision Tennessee going from here. Like, the state is growing. We've got a very diverse group of people that's in Tennessee. Again, for those that may be coming in the mid part of this segment, I am a part of Tennessee Fleet DJs as well. So we work very closely together, and it's my honor to be able to interview my leader over in the organization as well. But like, paint that picture of where we're going now into the future.
So, like I said, I came in obviously as a member, not as a leader, but I went headfirst into networking. That's what I feel like I'm good at. I'm good at talking to people and finding people with the like mind that I have, just in general. And like I said, even though I mentioned K Swift earlier and being like, I got a bone to pick with him about not inviting me first before a real deal. Me and him had worked closely together at local clubs and stuff in Knoxville area, because that's where I'm based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. So we worked a lot of different clubs together, did a lot of events together over the years. And I just think with him being so busy and on the road traveling all the time and doing he was like on a college tour thing all the time. So he was always going to different colleges and stuff and doing events. And I was busy too. I DJ quite a bit around Knoxville. People know me around Knoxville as the worst DJ in Knoxville. That's my tagline that I use. And it's gone so big to where I'm not going to say it's viral, but there's over 200 and some thousand views just on my name now because of it. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, that being said, when I came into Tennessee, they had a couple management changes over my course of the year, my first year being a part of the organization. And then that last one that just happened last year with the management changes, they came to me and was like, man, I think you'd be really good. It was actually Real Deal. Came to me and said, I think you would be good to move up into the assistant manager spot, because we see what you do. You're always on the calls. You're always trying to do events. Basically saw that I was always networking within our own, Knoxville specifically. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, I bet you can take that to the next level and see where you can go with it. And so since I've been in management and my state manager, Dub Six, which you all know, uh, I feel like me and him together work pretty well together with getting communication open between me and him specifically, and then relaying that message, those messages to our team of people that we're working with. Um, and it's very hard. Sometimes it does get very challenging just because we're all grown adults and we all tend to have our own lives that we want to do, and it just gets really hard trying to juggle your regular life, your business life, your family life, your fleet DJ life. Like there's so many things that you got to put together to try to make it work. So yes, it's very challenging, but that's what I feel like I've so far. Like I said, it's not been a year yet, but so far I feel like I've met most of the challenges of communicating with the team so that we can try to make some things work. I do feel like I'm maybe a little bit headstrong, and my visions of where Tennessee's going to be going is probably I'm ahead of myself. I got to probably dial it back some because I have these big visions myself personally that I want to see that are not my team goals yet, but they're my personal goals. So my personal goals with Tennessee is to see Tennessee be one of those states that's going to have the Fleet DJ conference in Tennessee somewhere. So that's my personal goal. That's not my state goals yet. Because I want to build a team of people. I brought 2 people into the team myself. I just brought a photographer in recently. And so his name is Sean Holland. So he's going to be he's in Knoxville, but he's a really good videographer and photographer. And I guess it's almost 2 years ago, I brought in DJ J Styles as a DJ. And he was a very new DJ that had only been DJing maybe 6 months to a year. So same thing with the photographer, very brand new, been doing it less than a year. So new people that have that new energy, and definitely that want to do something more than what they're doing already without Fleet.
Man, I've seen the growth like since the new leadership team has taken over, and I'll say like some phenomenal things are coming out of the partnership that you and Dub Six have. And I think that you guys have this unique ability to be able to balance each other out and push each other. And it rolls down to the members and it gets them excited about also getting out here, doing new stuff, and most importantly, networking. That is the trick and the trade of everything that we do here under Fleet is building those relationships and building those connections. Like, talk just a little bit about some of the things that you've been able to accomplish since coming into Fleet and building up your network.
Well, I definitely think I've definitely have helped with the morale of the Tennessee division, making discussing with people individually, making these phone calls and text messages to people personally, and allowing them to see that, hey, I'm with you. I got you. What you need, talk to me, call me anytime you want, text me anytime you want, hit me up in the DM, and let people know that I really am that personable person that I'm not just your assistant manager. I might be your homeboy, whatever. I'm gonna be that guy. But man, Stan, can you believe this, man? Da, 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 da. You can talk to me and not feel like I'm going to judge you and be like, hey, like, what I'm saying. So people have got to know that about me, and I've seen it in our chat where certain people who haven't been speaking a whole lot in the chats are now taking the opportunity to talk a little bit more in the chats because they feel like they can do that and not feel like somebody's going to immediately crush down on them for saying something or speaking their mind. And so I think what I've been able to bring to our branch is just that more community, family friendly, I'm your buddy type of guy. But at the same time, you see me put in the chat, hey, if you haven't got this done, you need to get it done. This is what we're looking for. We need this done or whatever. Have you done this yet? We need you to get this done. So I'll still do that management type stuff. There's duties or whatever. But at the same time, while I'm doing that, I'm still like, okay, so what you got going on? So, your girl had a basketball practice. That's why you weren't there. Okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. We got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like I feel like what I bring to the table in general. But then I just try to be light with it because the whole reason that people call me, this is nothing we haven't gotten to yet, but they call me the TikTok DJ. Anytime you get on the call, you hear somebody say, "Oh, we got our TikTok DJ up here." I'm gonna put something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Look, I am not the TikTok DJ, but I do DJ on TikTok. I know a lot about TikTok, but I'm not the guru of TikTok. What I will tell people is this: I've done it enough when COVID hit. I did it enough for many months because we all know what happened with Facebook and they started blocking us where we couldn't play our music. TikTok wasn't doing it. So I jumped on the bandwagon because of my barber of 22 years told me it would be a good idea for me to get on TikTok and DJ. And I was like, why is my barber telling me to get on TikTok? He's not a DJ. What does he know about TikToking and DJing? He's a barber. Well, he was a barber that was on TikTok and had 14,000 followers or whatever because he went live as he did dreads and cut people's hair. So I said, okay. I said, I'll try it, see what happens. And when I realized I could DJ for 14 hours straight and not get cut off, I was like, boom, that's where I'm on TikTok all day, every day. And some of my other members tried to talk me into doing this Twitch thing. I did it, but I never got caught on to it. Okay. But when I watched the Twitch, I didn't see the engagement that I saw with the engagement I seen with people on TikTok. So that's why I stayed with TikTok and then go full blessed into the Twitch area. Gotcha. But yeah, so once again, back to your question, I think what I really bring to Tennessee and its members is just the leadership that I can provide to people. Like, if they have questions, they have the ideas, they're not afraid to come to me and talk to me and tell me about their ideas and what they want to do. And I just try to encourage them. So I feel like I'm just that not old enough to be their father, but I'm old that kind of giving that leadership and guys like you come up with ideas, I'm gonna see what I can do to help you make that happen.
Yeah. So we can't get out of here without you unpacking what is it, Knoxville's worst DJ? That's your tagline? Like, what is
that? So the quick story about that, because I know we ain't got a lot of time, but the quick thing about that part was the movie 8 Mile with Eminem. Okay. And in that part of the movie where he's going up, I think the guy's name, if I remember right, is Papa Doc. He goes up against him in like the final battle or whatever. And he takes the mic first and he starts talking about, this guy's going to talk to you about how my best friend he shot himself and how this other guy slept with my girlfriend and how my mom lives in a trailer. And like he says all the negative things that you could possibly say about somebody. I'm white trash. He says all this stuff. And then he says, now here's the mic. Say some of these people don't already know. And so I used to get picked on a lot, bullied as a kid. So as a kid growing up, getting bullied, my mom was always like, most parents are like, just let it roll off your shoulders. This words can't hurt nobody, blah, 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 blah. All that good stuff, parent stuff you're supposed to tell your kids so they don't feel bad when people are saying things about them. Well, I did that all through school. And my freshman year, because that started when I was in 5th grade, but by my freshman year, one of the seniors on a bus just started at me and was like, putting my window down in my seat. And anyway, I finally got fed up with it and I fought back. And like I said, he was a senior, I was a freshman. I won, but I got in trouble by the bus driver. He grabbed both of us, took us off the bus, took us to the principal office, and my dad worked for the school. So my dad was there. So my dad's Jamaican, and he doesn't tolerate when you don't listen to your people who you're supposed to listen to and all that stuff. So anyway, I told myself as an adult when people would start picking at me when I was at live gigs, like I had long dreadlocks. And so I used to get picked on. People would say, oh, you look like T-Pain. Ha, 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 ha. You look like Stevie Wonder. Ha, 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 ha. It was never complimenting me saying, oh, wow, you really look like Stevie Wonder. That's so cool. It was always in the sense of it's funny that you look like these people or whatever. And I used to always get offended by it. So I decided after seeing that movie one time, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start telling people I'm the worst DJ in Knoxville. So they can't, what else can you say other than I'm the worst DJ in Knoxville? Like you can't say anything worse than that. What else are you going to say? I'm a bad DJ? Okay, well, I'm the worst. You know what I'm saying? So either you're going to say I'm the worst or you're going to say I'm the best. You're going to have to pick one. So if so I had one of the local radio station DJs. She actually went on and made me. She hated it, but she made me a drop, the official drop, radio drop that says in her voice, which I can't do her voice, but it says, "DJ Stan the Man, the worst DJ in Knoxville." So I created that hashtag, and I've been doing it for about 11 months now, I think. And just the hashtag on my name increased. So the DJ Stand the Man has increased to like over 240 some thousand views. And the worst DJ in 11 months is over like 80, 90,000 views. So.
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to bring you back on a different platform so we can unpack this TikTok stuff. Before we get out of here, tell the people how they can connect with Tennessee, how they can connect with you, and if they're interested in being a part of the organization, like how do they go about doing that?
Well, first of all, it's www.thefleetdjs.com. That takes you to the official website. If you guys want to be a part of any of our many, I think it's like 40 something different states and 4 countries maybe. Just go to that website, and it gives you, it's very easy website to kind of float through and navigate. You can see all the members and managers. Secondly, I just told you how to get a hold of all my social media. If you go to Google, type in Google, you can do it with the hashtag or without the hashtag, the worst DJ in Knoxville, all together. And that will give you everything. That'll give you my MySpace, my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, anything you want to know about me, DJ Stan, the man. And keep in mind, it's DUH. That's the only one in the world that will pull me up on. I'm the number one. When you go to Google, I'm the number one that pops up.
Love it. Love it. Well, DJ Stan, DUH, man. Thank you again for coming out to Behind the Fleet podcast, where we are giving people the opportunity to learn more about the members of Fleet. If you guys are in Tennessee, you are interested in a DJ, or you want to learn more about what this man is doing on TikTok, make sure you tap in, you follow him, and you support all the initiatives that's going on. But until next time and next meeting, DJ Stan the Man, we are out of here.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.